Hi, Jimmy Pearson, Worthing Voice cultural correspondent, kind of covering something that could be cultural, could be, well, we're trying to establish. I don't know if you've heard in the press or heard in the news or heard anywhere that there seems to be some movement on the Teville Gate situation. Worthing's historic landmark for all the wrong reasons. This has been derelict for how many years? 60 years. Just recently we've had a little bit of movement. We've been down to establish what that movement is, and we were greeted with a vacancy notice, basically what appears to be security, and we can't really figure out from the information that the security guy gave us what they're actually up to. So shall we have a little closer look?
I was talking to Charlie earlier. Do you know anything about the security guys that have rocked up shop in that building?
Yeah, closed it up.
So do you know who they're from, or where they've come from, or who they're working for? Or, no?
Receivers.
Sorry?
Receivers.
Receivers?
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean by that?
The firm's gone skint, so the receivers have moved in.
Oh, okay. And what firm was there before? You don't know? Okay. And
Centrepoint, isn't it?
So Centrepoint. So if I wanted to buy a car from the Centrepoint car sales, who would be the agent that I would talk to? There isn't one. So who owns all of these cars at the moment?
No idea.
Okay. It looked like you, excuse me, but it looked like you're just doing a bit of a deal over there. Was that? Don't know anything about that? Really? I mean, just out of interest, it looked like you were handing some paperwork over there.
What do you want then? What's going on there?
Well, that's what we're trying to establish.
All right. Who are you from then?
We're journalists.
All right.
And we're just trying to establish a few of the facts. It just seems like this has been a historic landmark, in Worthing for so long, and pretty much for all the wrong reasons. And there's a lot of attention actually on the area, not just from journalists, but
They're going to knock it down, so it won't really matter, will it?
And do you know when they're going to knock it down, or no?
No.
Okay, because that's the thing. There doesn't seem to be any sort of documentation that
It was
these
in the
guys.
paper last week, all what's going on.
So that's the project for was £750 million for a whole new complex. They said in the paper. So as it stands,
150 million.
Yeah.
Rolling, isn't it?
And there's been a historic track record of deals that have gone through with council that quite haven't gelled, and we're just trying to establish what the current state of play is.
Yeah, and where the new owners seem to be coming from, and whether or not it's been sold off.
The paper who owns it now, isn't it? It's changed hands, hasn't it?
But do you know whether it's still Worthing owners or?
Never was, wasn't it? It belongs to a bank, doesn't it?
And do you have any idea what bank has put in an application for repossession?
No, man. Half the Irish banks went bust. The Irish government had to buy the debts. This is one.
Oh, okay. So the Irish bank has bought out part of the debt that was encased in this whole plot. Okay.
They had the debt.
We're just local journalists, and we just wanted to ask exactly what the state of play here is.
I can't disclose any information to anybody, I'm afraid.
You can't disclose any.
You could show me ID, I can't disclose any information.
Okay.
I work on behalf of basically a receiving company.
Okay.
And I can't give you any information. I can't divulge any information to you, I'm afraid.
Okay.
I'd love to, but I can't. All I know is that I've heard there's plans that it's not going to be here any longer. They're on about, because it's from the train to the town centre, they want to try and rejuvenate the area. So basically what they want to do is they want to try and sort of like regenerate the area to make it, imagine it's like anybody's saying, if you come in off the train and then you saw this, first impression, what would you honestly say is your first impression?
This is exactly the issue, and this is why it's been such a huge sort of topic as far as Worthing is concerned, because at the moment, I don't know if you're local, but things in Worthing have been actually on the up.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of new cultural events taking place, and it is actually feeling like it is taking on this kind of organic rejuvenation process all on its own. And we're trying to establish exactly what the council is, or whoever is
trying to do with it.
It's trying to do with it, yeah.
I'll be honest with you, again, I honestly don't know. All I know is I'm here to look after the building until I see the future. That could be 1, 2, 3 years. On our books, we've had properties that have gone for 2 or 3 years.
Is it just this building that's on your books at the moment, or does it include like the ones?
For us it is, yeah. Us it is, but from what I understand, the whole site, which is basically you've got the building behind, which I think was a council house, and the car park as well. I think they're going to rejuvenate the bush.
Well, we just went and had a bit of a chat with a guy who wasn't doing a car deal, quite obviously. And we just had a chat with the security fellows who can't quite say who they're working for. So we're kind of left with more questions than answers in this situation. One thing for sure is that it's beginning to sniff a little bit like there's a bit of a land grab for Teville Gate. All we do know is that it is an eyesore. There's a heck of a lot of potential there, and it'd be really nice to see something potentially useful for the local community. The story continues.